Hello, friends, comrades, and interested others. You may notice or you may not notice that I am in a completely new location. So I have moved, or I'm in the process of moving, into a new place, and so that's very exciting. I have not made a video in like 9 months, and I'm very sorry about that. I've had a lot going on in my life, and I kind of wanted to make a video, just kind of like vlog style, unscripted, updating people about where I'm at, I guess. Um, my last video that I made that was kind of like more personal was, I think, about eco grief and some like mental health stuff that I was going through. Around this time last year, I had just lost a very close friend, and was in the process of kind of like going through a lot of stuff mental health wise. And so I spent a lot of this past year um, doing grief work, both personally and with other people. I started teaching workshops, which is very exciting. So I've been facilitating actually eco grief circles to kind of discuss and share in like the psychological and emotional processes around climate change and ecological degradation, and also like approaching that in like kind of an active way of like how do we both make space for the emotional processing that we need to do to be healthy and take care of ourselves while not kind of like slipping into this mode of inactivity or despair where we're not, still showing up to address these issues. So yeah, I've spent a lot of the past year developing that workshop, and I'm pretty happy with where it is right now. And I'm hoping to be spending more time in the upcoming year doing eco grief work. And I've also been teaching workshops about trans inclusivity, which is really cool because I've obviously spent many, many years doing a lot of trans education work for cisgender people as well as for other trans people. And that work has been entirely unpaid until this past year. So I just started doing some small amount of paid work doing trans education, and I'm very excited about that. And so I'm really hoping that this next year I can kind of build on having a career as an educator. That's really kind of my goal, my personal goal at this point. Um, and what else has been going on? I've been on a course. I've been studying Christian prophetic stuff. I don't know. It's hard to explain what the course is on, and I don't really want to go into it because I don't want to like put out into the public about what the course is. But basically, I've been studying um, Christianity through like a decolonial lens and like social justice, anti racism, like Christian responsibility type stuff. And that's been really cool. And that's kind of like taken me all over the place. I've been spending a lot of time in the States this year. Um, throughout the Midwest and other places. And I'm just actually about to leave. Like, I just moved into this new place and I'm just about to leave on a 6 week trip to Michigan. So it's really exciting to spend some time with my partner there and also be doing some volunteer work. So yeah, I've just kind of been all over the place. Um, the where I'm at right now in this moment is pretty good actually. It's been a bit of a hard year. It's been a bit up and down, but I feel like with this move and where I'm at with my course and where I'm at in my relationships and kind of trying to build a career, I'm actually in a pretty good place. So I'm happy to say that. Um, and I am wanting to announce that I'm coming back to YouTube officially. Okay, make it official. I know that I've said that every single time I kind of revisit this channel for a couple months and make a video here and there, and I'm like, I'm gonna be back, and then I'm not because things come up. And in fairness to myself, I have a lot of like health issues that kind of make it difficult for me to keep up with things sometimes. But I am making a commitment in 2020 that I'm gonna make one video per month, and I'm hoping that that will wind up being one like scripted official informational video per month and then like vlogs in between as well. But we will see how that goes. But that is my commitment that I'm making to myself, and that's my commitment that I'm making to you. I have so many video ideas that I've been wanting to make for a long time, And I've kind of been wanting to hold myself to a higher production standard moving forward. And so, but that's kind of created a barrier for me not wanting to make videos because I'm like, well, I don't have my background set up, I don't have a microphone, and so I'm just not going to make anything. And so I can kind of supplement that with just doing these little like vlog style videos where I don't have any equipment here. But I bought a microphone, woo, and I have a room now where I have a background set up, and so I have a situation in which I should be able to make more regular videos and put them up on a monthly basis, at least. So, really hoping that that will take off. The other thing is that in conjunction with doing that, I'm also going to be promoting my Patreon more because I have been accepting Patreon for a while, but like I do not blame people at all for not really donating to that because I haven't been putting out a lot of content. Sorry, my video just got cut off, and so I had to delete Netflix, and we're back. But yeah, I don't really expect people to have like donated to my Patreon before because I wasn't really putting out like reliable content. But this year moving forward, I like really need to start thinking about like getting my financial house in order and like living in a way that is like sustainable for the work that I do. And so I am going to be, I mean, obviously nobody is required to do anything. I don't expect that. But if you have spare money and if I am putting out regular videos, I would appreciate people donating to my Patreon because that would really help me out a lot. As people know, I am disabled. I have physical disabilities as well as being neurodivergent that kind of prevents me from doing a lot of regular work. And so the money that I make from teaching and making YouTube videos and doing art really does make a big difference in my life. And so, yeah, that's that. What else do I have to say about what's going on in my life right now? I've been spending a lot of time reading this year, and that I feel really good about that. Both through my program and through just my own like wanting to educate myself more on specifically post-colonial theory and anti-racism stuff. I've read a lot more this year than I probably have, like this past year, than I have in probably the previous 5 years, to be honest. And I would really like to talk more about that on this YouTube channel as well, like talk about books that I'm reading or give people kind of like summaries of things. A lot of the reason why I've been doing so much reading as well is because I want to be able to put out really good educational content, both through videos and through workshops that I do, and I want to make sure that I'm doing that in a way that is informed. Like obviously nothing that I do or nothing that anyone ever does is ever going to be like perfectly informed or perfectly, you know, infallible, but I realize that I don't want to be putting out stuff that is very like opinion or like anecdotally based when it comes to talking about politics. I want to be able to come from a place of having at least a little bit of an understanding about like other people's experiences and the work that other people have done in movement building. And so that's part of why I've been kind of like, this has really been like a self-education year for me so that I feel like I'm much better prepared to like come back and like put out good content that's actually going to be like informative and beneficial to people. So I really hope that the videos that I make this year go well, and I have, like I said, I have so many ideas. I am going to finish up that 101 series also. I know that I was like putting out the 101 series and I was like, the next video is coming soon, and then it just like never did. So that is going to get finished. I'm going to make at least one or two more videos in that series. And then other videos that I put out will also be very kind of like actionable, you know, educational type things. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can comment down below if you have things that you want to hear me talk about or speak on. I'm always looking for, you know, to hear what people want to hear or want to talk about. I'll also include my Twitter down there and possibly my Instagram, and yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. But I hope that everybody's having a pretty good 2020, all things considered. And I look forward to seeing more of you in the year to come. Peace out.